Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know, depending where you're watching from today. We would like to say welcome to another episode of Confidence Culture Conversations. And honestly, not that we're counting, but we're on episode 26. Kirubai, how are you today?
I am elated, Elizabeth. Really elated, very pumped up after our morning session this afternoon at 12, which was running live in Malaysia at 8 o'clock. And it was in conjunction with the International Women's Day. And Elizabeth and yours truly took the stage on Zoom today and spoke about women's voice on women's voice in the marketplace, not on, sorry, in the marketplace. So it was very exciting. I'm still very buzzing with excitement. And on that same note, what do you think, Elizabeth, that really resonated with you today?
Um, I think for me, my what I wanted to do today with my delivery was to make sure the ladies left understanding that they're people of value, because
Mhm.
a lot of us struggle to understand that we are people of value and we carry value, and because of that we present ourselves in a way that allows people to walk over us. We present ourselves in a way that allows people to use and abuse us. So it was so important for me to bring that out, and I think I delivered. I think
You
the
were
lady did go away
excellent.
with
You were
that. So
excellent. You were excellent. You you came and you gave the ambience. You brought in that shine and the ambience and the light to light up the women in Malaysia. And I think they needed that dose of your poke and provoke syndrome. You really kind of, I think you set the stage. You really set the stage, and I could just slip in, which was a lot more easier because my topic was a little heavy. It was
hmm,
a little heavy, and I thought it was good to address something a little bit heavy like that. You bringing that punch, and I bring in that settle, provoking, reflective thoughts about being assertive. So it was a good afternoon, and let's see what the feedback comes from 3E, the training center in Malaysia. So it was good.
awesome, awesome, and really, what we're going to do this evening is carrying on the conversation that we started earlier
Exactly.
today.
Exactly.
Is really what we're going to do.
Mhm.
So if you're joining us today, welcome, welcome. As most of you will be aware, across the world, tomorrow we will be celebrating International Women's Day. So to all the women out there,
Well done.
we celebrate you.
We
We
celebrate.
celebrate you.
That's right. We
We
celebrate you.
celebrate you.
Mm-hmm. We celebrate you with by giving our love to you, giving our kind thoughts, and giving our kind regards to you, and we value what you carry.
That's it. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. And on that note, I better make sure that I'm sharing this so that people know that we are live.
Oh, so the topic
Absolutely.
today is, can I share the topic, Elizabeth?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
we
Please
don't
do.
want we don't want to waste time. We just want to just be all very candid, and we want to bring in the topic. And the topic today is about embracing yourself, embracing yourself to the maximum, loving yourself, embracing yourself. And how do you embrace yourself? How do you think that embracing yourself will build your morals? It will build you up, it'll add value to you. Because going back to the scripture, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So God thought, before he created you, he thought that you're going to bring something into this world of value. So he took time to create you, to mold you and shape you in your mother's womb. So he has predestined you from the foundations of the earth. And isn't that so wonderful to know that he has been watching you growing in your mother's womb and coming forth as this beautiful, valuable woman? And together with Elizabeth, we want to celebrate you. So, Elizabeth, what is your thoughts about embracing you?
What are my thoughts? Wow, that's a big question. That's a big question. Just as you were talking, one of the things that stuck out for me was the fact that I would like to put it this way, that God packaged us.
Mm.
So like, how you can buy a tin of, let's say, I don't know, the example coming to mind is the tin of baked beans, but you can buy a tin of something, and in that tin, it's not empty. There's something inside it. And likewise, it's like God packaged us and he put stuff inside of us. And unless we open up to discover what's inside of us, all we see is the tin. And you cannot enjoy the richness of something unless you open the tin. Unless you open the tin, you will not enjoy the richness of it. You won't enjoy the richness of whatever is in that tin. And I'm not going to use baked beans anymore because I don't always enjoy baked beans. I need another example. But if you think about it, you are like that tin of something. It could be that tin of, it's a unique flavor of you. It could be a tin of fire and energy. When you walk into a room, you bring fire, you bring energy. That's what I tend to do. So that's why I use that example. So you're like a tin packaged with something. There's things on the inside of you. There is treasure on the inside of you. God packaged you. He put so much in you. And while you're on earth, all you're literally doing is unpacking. You're literally unpacking. And when we say embrace the woman in you, you're unpacking the woman in you, the beauty. And when I talk about beauty, I'm not just meaning the physical beauty, but I mean everything that is good about you. Embrace that. Embrace that. Sometimes we like to say, oh, I don't like that I'm a woman, or if I was a man. Sometimes we look at the men and we compare ourselves and we say, oh, I wish I was a man. But actually, no, you are you, a beautiful woman that you are, intelligent, wise. Because God created you that way. You're a natural. There's something about you that a man cannot be.
So true. So
Honestly, there is something about you that a man cannot be. So embrace who you are and shine with it. Like just run, just literally embrace. Like, I love me. I'm a woman, and I'm gonna enjoy being a woman, and I'm gonna thrive as a woman, and everything about me is going to shine. Literally.
yes. While you were talking about embracing you, I mean, and talking about the maker, God, and, it is a good time to be grateful for who you are and how he has created you. Gratitude to the maker. It's so important. That means every part of you, the inward parts, the outward parts, spiritually, mentally, and physically, telling the maker that because he made you fearfully and wonderfully. So being grateful, being thankful for who you are. Thank God for the because being a stylist, I can't run away from this, always talking about your appearance and stuff. Thank God for your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, your hands, your feet, because there are so many people out there don't have hands or feet, or they are suffering from some illness. But being thankful, when you have an attitude of gratitude, things start moving for you. That means you are literally properly embracing yourself instead of complaining about yourself. That's not good enough. This is not good enough. So I just thought I'll package that in having an attitude of gratitude about who you are, yourself.
And that's really good, because when we have an attitude of gratitude, it helps us to focus not on the things that are not working, but the things that are working, to focus on the positive things. And they say that our lives move in the direction of our strongest thoughts. So,
Mhm.
as far as you're focusing on the negative things, the things that are not working in life, then depression, anxiety, mental health issues, everything is going to come upon you. But when you choose to fix your thoughts, to meditate on something else, being grateful. Yes, I might not be where I want to be, but I appreciate where I am today. And when I think about things like that, sometimes there's times people ask me like, oh, how's business? What's the journey been like, and all those questions. And business is going to be what you want it to be, literally, just like everything in life. It's going to be what you make it. You have to be willing to put the work in. Life is not always easy. Likewise, business is not always easy, but you keep going. You thank God for the milestones, you celebrate the milestones, and you keep going. When you get the awards, you celebrate the awards. When you get the good testimonials, you celebrate the good testimonials. When you get the not so great, you review what you're doing, and you look at how you can do better. So really, when we choose to focus on this word embracing, when you think about embracing, what does it mean? It means, accepting something. It's like accepting something. So accepting that you are you. So there might be things about you that you want to change, but maybe you have no power to change. When I say that, sometimes I mean more the physical things. Yes, people go get plastic surgery, but actually, just embrace your body the way it is. Look in the mirror and say, girl, you are beautiful. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. And look at the qualities of a woman, of you as a woman. What's the difference that you bring into a community? What's the difference you bring into your home? What's the difference you bring into the relationships you're in? What's the difference you bring into the workplace that you find yourself in? Embrace that. And shine, like just be you, be unashamedly you, be the best version of yourself, and walk with the confidence that I am me. I don't have to be Kirubai. I don't have to be like someone else. I can be me.
Do not be imitators of someone else. When you start imitating and wanting to be like someone else, skinny like someone else, or such beautiful hair like someone else, or they've got beautiful eyes, nose, ears. When imitation starts, what happens? You start comparing, and then you are actually you are you're disgracing the maker.
Mm.
And that's not a very nice attribute of a woman. when you when women accept themselves as how God has created, it shows gratitude. It also shows that you are a woman of caliber, and you're a woman of grace, and you are a woman who knows how to carry yourself in the way God wants you. So, another reflective and sobering thought today: do not compare yourself with someone else. Comparison kills,
That's
but
it.
reflection builds. So take some time and start building yourself and say, I love myself. I love myself. Or if you need some help with that, come see us. We are very positive women, and the power that is within you is going to be harnessed. So it's time to shine. It's time to be that star in the darkness.
I like what you said. Reflection builds. Sometimes we're so focused on who is better than us, instead of taking time to reflect on who we are, instead of taking time to reflect on the value that we bring. We're so focused on what the other person is bringing, And then we start to compare ourselves and we start to feel frustrated. And before we know it, we're in a negative spiral.
Mhm.
But when you just reflect on you, and when we're talking about embracing the woman in you, there has to be time for you to reflect, who is that woman in me? What makes that woman in me tick? What makes that woman in me sing? What makes that woman in me happy? What makes that woman in me be a go-getter? What motivates her? What makes her run in life? What makes her win? What makes her sad? What
Mhm.
makes her cry? What breaks her? What triggers her? Reflect on all these things. Reflect on them. Like Coach Kirubai just said, comparison kills, reflection builds. So reflect on those things so you can build yourself up. So you can see where you need to add the missing blocks, add the missing pieces. Instead of comparing yourself to your sister next door, to your sister on the other side of the river, or to your sister, on the other side of the city, look at yourself. Reflect on yourself. The good, the bad. And then build the good and destroy the bad. Like put it to death. Put an end to the bad stuff.
So, putting an end to the bad stuff that you think of yourself, there has to be a mindset shift. There has to be a shift. And this shift can only come when you decide for yourself, I want to shift my thoughts from the negative to the positive. Once you take that decision, then to iron out the decision is very easy, because I believe God can bring the right people into your pathway to motivate you to be who you are. Time is running short, and you need to embrace who you are as a woman, because there is a power that is within you that needs to be harnessed. And we're going to talk a lot about this power, because women are uniquely made as opposed to men. Uniquely, you are a nurturer. You nurture and you love, and there's so much of compassion. The world needs compassion. The world needs you to show compassion to someone else. So if you and I are going to sit in our rut and not realize what we carry, how are we going to reach out to this dying world? You don't have to be a coach like Elizabeth and I, but you can be the influencer in your family, your children's lives, your son, your daughter, your neighbor. And just by smiling will touch someone's life. Smile can make a difference. Don't you think so, Elizabeth?
It does. It does. A few weeks ago, I was in the city of Bristol,
Mhm.
and there's a lady. I think she's called. I've forgotten her name on Instagram, but she was. So I came out of the train station, came up onto the main road, and there was this lady dressed in bright colored, colorful, multicolored clothes, and she had this beautiful smile on her face, and she was sort of swaying along like she was listening to some music, but really there was no music playing, and she was just happy, and she was just offering smiles. And I think she had something that said, something that she was offering smiles was basically what she was doing. And for me, I was when I saw her, I was like, oh wow, this is so nice on a high street to have someone doing this, because people thought she was weird, like they just walked past her thinking she's weird. But for her, she's spreading some love, she's spreading happiness, she's spreading joy. We can get so caught up spreading negativity. How about we get caught up spreading joy, get caught up spreading smiles? Just sit on the train and just smile. Like, yes, people might think you're weird, but you're spreading something, because a lot of times when you're smiling, it triggers a smile in someone else.
Yes.
So you're passing on this positive energy without even realizing. Just smile, and it doesn't cost you too much. It doesn't cost you a lot. It doesn't cost you a lot. And in fact, I think it's even good for your face for
Yes,
you to smile a lot.
it saves
Yeah.
money on it saves money on what's that cosmetics. It saves money on cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, because it keeps your skin all tight and exercising all the muscles. So that's why Elizabeth and I, we are looking forever young because we always smile.
So, no, but seriously, like people were walking past her like, who is she? What's she doing? But I went to her and I was like, I like what you're doing. In fact, I took a picture of her. I even gave her a hug. I was like, can I hug you? Because thank you for like just reminding us to smile. So we don't have to always carry this negative thing about us, or even carry this bad energy or bad mood about us. Just change, shift. Coach Kirubai talked about a mindset shift from negative thinking to positive thinking. And for some of us, embracing the woman in us, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take us getting rid of all the stinking negative thinking that we have accumulated over the years. People have said negative things about you. You've put it in a container somewhere. You've gone all through your life. You're now 50, you're now 40. You're carrying this baggage of negative words that have been spoken to you. They've been spoken to you. Imagine all the negativity you're carrying inside of you. Let it go. Let it go and allow yourself to just embrace who you are, not embracing who people say you are, but embracing who you have discovered yourself to be. That's why I said at the start, we're like a tin, a can of something, and we go through life unpacking who we are. We go through life unpacking who we are. So stop packing in the negative things the world is saying, or the negative things that past experiences have imposed on you. Just because you failed one time doesn't mean you're a failure for life. Just because you were abused before doesn't mean you will forever be abused. Just because you didn't get a promotion last year doesn't mean you can't get a promotion this year. Just because you had financial difficulties and you went into bankruptcy doesn't mean that you cannot live a life of financial independence. That can change. Your situation does not define who you are. So when we're talking about embracing you, it's not even about the situation that you find yourself in or the situation that you are going through right now. Because do you know what? Sometimes diamonds can be found in rough places. So if you embrace yourself based on the situation, based on the environment that you're in, what if that environment changes? You could be a diamond in the rough. Just need to get out of that rubbish. Get out of that toxic environment. Get out of that toxic place that you're in, and put yourself in another place where you can truly see the beauty on the inside of you, because our environment also tarnishes what we see about ourselves. It skews our perspective. So instead of us embracing ourselves for who we truly are, we're embracing ourselves based on the picture that our environment has painted of us. And that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. But I just sense that I need to say something out there. Because I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you've gone through a bad relationship or marriage, you've gone through a divorce, and that has tarnished and brought shame to you, that is not who you are. That failing marriage doesn't represent you. Maybe there was contributing factors, but you know what? You can start with a clean slate. And today, make the decision. Make the decision to start the clean slate, that you are not ashamed, but you are called to be that beauty in the ashes. Beauty for ashes is something that we all need to embrace, because we have gone through life difficulty, life's pain. Because out of that pain, God says, rise up now. It's time to rise up in that beauty, that original beauty that He has given you from the foundations of the earth. So be that awesome woman, embrace yourself, and say, I am beautiful and I have the power to regain my beauty in all areas of my life.
That's it. That's it. Just as you were talking, one of the things that came to my mind, I was reminded of something that happened on Friday. On Friday, I was delivering a workshop in one of our local communities here in London. I was delivering a workshop on self-care, and one of the key slides in my presentation is self-care is important because you are important. That is my emphasis, is you are important. And what I didn't realize was the nature of issues the people in the room were dealing with. But I kept on emphasizing self-care is important because you are important. And I got them to actually repeat that. Self-care is important because I am important. Some of us don't take time to care for ourselves because we haven't embraced who we truly are, because we don't think we're important. And as I had finished delivering, or as I was narrowing in on that point, one of the ladies said to me, "Thank you very much, because you're reminding us that we are important. You're reminding us that we need to take care of ourselves." And she then highlighted the group that I was in. So I'm sure I can say this on here, but she basically said, the people that you're speaking to, we are a group of people who are living with HIV. I didn't know that when I went to deliver the session. But for her, like, being able to hear those words, that self-care is important because I am important, because you are important, it carried so much weight and it made such a difference to her in that moment in time. And when she said that, her words literally threw me back. It was like I was frozen in time. I was like, oh, so the people I am speaking to right now, they're going through some really deep stuff. They're going through some health issues that are very, they're very, they can be stigmatized, they can be looked down on, they can be, the world can paint a negative picture of them because of their situation. The world can label them because of the situation that they find themselves in. But I reminded them that afternoon, you are important. And this particular lady was so grateful. And by the end of the session, there was so much laughter and so much joy in that room. And it just got me reflecting that so many times we are so conscious of the negative things that we are going through, and we don't take time to reflect on our value, or to reflect on the beauty. And when I'm saying beauty, I don't just mean physical beauty. I mean the goodness, the flavor you bring, the goodness about you. We're so focused on the things that are not working. We're so focused on the pain that we're experiencing in life, that we don't stop to see the good things. We don't stop to smell the beauty of life outside. So when this lady said it to me, I was like, wow, all these people here have a story. And I'm glad in a way that I didn't know that that was their issue, because maybe my delivery might have been a bit more, it might have been different, but I just really wanted them to just grasp that they are important, and because they're important, they need to be intentional with their self-care. So embracing you need to realize that you are important. There's things of value in you, there's value on you. So embrace that value, embrace it, own it, and shine in it.
Wow, that's very, very touching. Working with HIV carriers, I'm sure they are so broken deep down inside, and you carrying that smile to them and talking and encouraging them must have really made a difference in their lives. And thank you for doing it, Elizabeth. I might, like what you said, if I had found out, I might have been very distant with them. It could be, that, but this is truly a love of God that is showered in you, that you can share the love and share that smile and that happiness to say, you are worth it. Well done, Elizabeth.
Well, you've got to pour in to pour out. So so that's what we keep doing. But just the truth be told, as women, we need to embrace who we are, regardless of what people have said to you, regardless of what has happened in your life. Embrace who you are. If there's things that need to change, make the change. Make the change. Commit yourself to making the change so you can be a better version of yourself, so that you can have impact, so you can leave a legacy, so you can touch the world with the beauty that is on you. Don't touch the world with the negativity that you're carrying, the weight and the burden of the pain that you have experienced. Touch the world with some joy.
Joy is contagious.
It is, and interestingly, Joy is my middle name.
Oh, I never knew that. Oh,
You do now. That's why I'm always so full of joy.
Yeah, I can attest to that. If you tell a problem to Elizabeth, she says she'll always turn it to a positive and say, hey, we can do it this way. And she's always finding a solution. And that gives joy to other people. Well done, you.
Absolutely.
So, Elizabeth, so tomorrow is International Women's Day. And we're talking about embracing yourself and harnessing the power that is within you. So, are you doing anything tomorrow to touch someone's life? Something
Good question. Good question. I am spending the afternoon in 2 different places. So I'm coming along with you to an event in Pimlico to celebrate International Women's Day, and I'll then have to shoot off to another event, which is literally a few minutes from my house. And it's to celebrate women again. And in fact, I was speaking to the lady organizing it, and I say to her, what do you want me to come prepared to do? Or what do you want me to bring tomorrow in terms of in my toolkit? What should I bring? And one of the things she was saying was that their particular event is focusing on self-care. So she said, if you bring the self-care package, bring it. Or even you can bring the resilience package. Because we just need to remind these women that, yes, they can be resilient. They have capacity to be resilient, and remind them to look after themselves. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
Well done, you. So you are on the move to impact someone's life.
Absolutely.
Great. So for me, I'm going to go to the same event with Elizabeth, but I'm going to do a presentation on statement styling with some amazing women, I believe, and they are the women from the community. So I'm looking forward to doing something and giving out to the community in Pimlico. And of course, in the evening, I'm going to be doing a podcast live, thanks to Elizabeth. She connected me with Olu, and I'm looking forward to it. And that is something that I'm really looking forward to it, because it was something that birthed out of my post. She thought that it was somebody of my age doing so many different things in a different parts of my life. But you know what? I was a late bloomer. So I'm looking forward to talking about my journey. So exciting. So still impacting women and encouraging them, giving some hand holding through podcast life.
And you know what? Just as a reminder to everyone that's listening, ladies, it's not too late. It's not too late for you to bloom. It's not too late for you to blossom. It's not too late for you to flourish. It's not too late for you to step into the fullness of all that you want, all that God has called you to be. You might be 60.
Yeah.
It's not too late. You might be 70. It's not too late. Honestly, it's only when you tell yourself it's too late that it becomes too late. But it isn't too late. Don't let The world, society, culture put the limitations on you. Take the limitations
Label,
off
label, label you.
and be the best version of you.
But Elizabeth, I must be honest with you. Age does show on your body. So part of taking care of your body in terms of exercising, stretching, and doing the necessary things of taking your supplements does help, and that's all about self-care. Doing the things for yourself because you love this body, that you take care of it. And once you start taking care, even in any age, being very careful about it, you can live a fulfilling, healthy life. Elizabeth is young. I can feel sometimes my body aching. So, but I will not give in. It's about mindset again. I will not give in. I fight it. I fight it. I fight it. So, Elizabeth, so part of this Women's International Women's Day is lots and lots of other organizations are organizing a podcast, live, even live in-person, what's that? In-person events. So, Elizabeth, is there anything that you're going to do with Tunji tomorrow after the other event?
All these questions. What am I doing tomorrow? Do you know what? Tomorrow evening, there is a sort of businessy event, networking event that we are going for actually.
Oh, you are?
Tomorrow evening.
How nice.
Which has been organized by, well, we need to register, but it's been organized by the Jewish community.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of ours told us about it. So we want to go and explore and see what it is, find out what it's about. Because as you know, we love to connect with other people in business. And we also love to spread the word about Kingdompreneurs. So if you're watching today and you don't know anything about Kingdompreneurs, then let me give you a little bit of a snippet and tell you, Kingdompreneurs is we have a network and we have a summit. So the network is a group that meets every month. We meet twice a month. We meet in person. We meet virtually. And it's a community where we inspire each other, challenge each other, motivate each other, pray together as well. And basically just encourage each other. It's for Christians who are passionate about the marketplace. So we do that. And then every year we also have a summit, which happens in June. And tickets are already on sale. If you don't grab your early bird ticket, you might miss it. But tickets are already on sale for our next summit, which is on 17th of June, 2023. It's going to be here in London. So if you can make it, honestly, I encourage you to do so. You can check my Facebook, Kirubai's Facebook, and you can find the details on there. Or even I might just be able to share the flyer on it.
I think you should share.
There we go. So this is the flyer for the summit. It's going to be amazing. I cannot sell it to you enough. Just know it's going to be great. You need to be in the room. You need to get a ticket. Get a ticket for a brother, a sister, a friend, a mother, a father, anybody, a young person, to encourage them, to set them alight and to get them thinking about how they can be, how they can be key players in the marketplace as well. So if you're a Christian that's watching this and you're thinking, oh, I want to know more about this, reach out to myself, reach out to Kirubai, and we can pass the information on to you. Myself and Kirubai, this connection, this collaboration really, really, really kicked off from the summit last year because we were friends on Facebook, but we had never met in person. The summit was a perfect opportunity to meet in person. And even for Kirubai, the summit really stirred her up and gave her some clarity and direction in the area of her business and things she needed to focus on. And now, months later, we are here on a 26th episode of Confidence Culture Conversations. We had this morning, we were speaking on the platform to women in Malaysia. And those are opening, but it's because we've taken what we are learning and we're putting it into practice. We are taking action with it.
And soon in
And that's
India,
because of the community, the
soon in
network that
India,
we are.
soon in India, because they would like us to come and empower their women. So, as what Elizabeth says, doors are opening. When part of being that awesome woman, when you walk into your purpose, things just fall in place. Things just fall in place. Stagnation stops, doors start opening. When you embrace yourself, when you love who you are, and then the next step, you will see how your purpose and destiny unfolds. And then, when one of the things, when it starts unfolding, you feel so much of a buzz, the contentment, and then you can see how you are fulfilling your purpose and how you are helping and touching someone else's life. And I'm sure those who are listening today, you want to make a difference. You want to make that difference. And celebrating International Women's Day is all about you and I, Elizabeth, together in collaborative, making a difference. We make first the difference for us, taking action, and then making a difference to touch someone else's life. It is all in a movement. It's just a movement. It's just going around. It's a wheel, right? Elizabeth, can I say it's a wheel? A wheel going forth. It's just you touching, Elizabeth touching me, I touch someone else, and someone else touches someone else, and then we are a power pact of women together, a force to reckon with, a force that will come together. We do not know who your destiny helper is out there. And this season, rise up to meet your destiny helper.
And a benefit of embracing the woman in you, embracing yourself as a woman, embracing the beauty about you, is that you are then more likely to connect with the right people.
Yeah.
When you embrace who you are and you walk in that confidence that you've embraced yourself, you've accepted certain things about you, you start to have better clarity in the connections, the networks that you need to be part of, the people you need to be connected to. It helps you, give you a bit of focus, a bit of direction, because you've embraced that, yes, this is true about me, and this is the way I'm going to walk, this is the way I'm going to go, this is the path I'm going to follow. Embracing who you are helps you to do that. Embracing yourself as a woman helps you to do that. One of the things I started to discover about myself, and I think it was last year, that really, really showed me, and it's not to say that I had no idea. I did have an idea, but last year just really highlighted for me was just my power and authority when I'm speaking on a stage, on a platform. Last year, I really saw myself come alive on the stage, and I've decided to embrace that. I've decided to really embrace that and really run with it. So nowadays, I'll tell people, I'm a fire starter. So that's how I actually describe myself. And I wrote myself a little profile. Someone challenged me. I wrote myself like a little profile about speaking, and I put some things about me on there. And one of the way I described myself, literally, I'll read it for you. It's just on the side there. I'm reading it. So I basically said, Elizabeth has a passion to empower, inspire, and provoke people to live a life at their fullest potential so that they can thrive. She carries this passion on the stage, where she has been described as a fire starter. So that's me embracing me. That's me, and I've written it down. It's on my vision board as well, and I send it out to people when I'm looking at potential opportunities to speak. I've embraced me. I love to speak, so I'm embracing that. I carry a power and an authority on the stage. I'm embracing that. And I'm walking with it. I'm shining in it. I'm running with it. I've embraced it. So now you can't take it away. You can't take it away. It's there. I've accepted it.
You can't take it away.
So embrace you.
Most
Embrace the woman that you are.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. I like that. Fire starter, a little firecracker. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Yes, Elizabeth. So, do you think it's time for us to call it a day today?
I think it absolutely is. It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
It
It's
has
been a
been.
long day, but it's been a purposeful day. It's
Yes.
been an amazing day. And I'm so grateful because, like I just said, I've embraced the woman that I am and the woman I'm becoming. And I keep going every day, and every day I'm trying to take steps that are purposeful. And I can say the same for Kirubai. She has embraced the woman that she is, and every day we are taking those steps. And yes, some days are better than others, but we still walk with that knowledge that we have embraced who we are, the women that we are. We might not be your size 8, but that's okay. That's okay. We embrace who we are and we shine. We might not speak like you want us to speak, but we will speak the way that we know to speak. We embrace that. We might not be from the background that you want us to be from, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And if we're not for you, that's fine. You just move on. And the ones who are for us, they come. That's what happens when you embrace the woman within, when you embrace who you are. Those who are for you, they come. Those who are not for you, just let them ride on. Just let them go past. You will know them. You will know them from the things they say, from the way they look at you. You will know them. But our word for you today is embrace who you are. As you celebrate International Women's Day, we join you, we celebrate with you. Pat on the back. We celebrate you. Women across the globe, we celebrate you. Now celebrate yourself too. That's enough from me now. That's the last word.
Yes, celebrate you and have a fruitful day today, and be that blessing to someone else tomorrow. Because as you are a blessing, you'll bless someone. Learn to bless someone with your smile, with your right attitude, with the way you carry yourself, because there is power that is within you. There is power to touch lives.
Unleash the power.
Unleash the power. So, bye-bye, ladies and gents. If there's any gent watching us today, have a lovely, lovely day and rest.
I said it was my last word, but before we go, if you are watching this from Malaysia or in and around Malaysia, we are having a Zoom session with some amazing women on 13th of March, which I think is next week, if I'm not mistaken. Next week, Monday. And if you would like to be a part of that, please reach out to us so we can send you the details. We have an amazing contact in Malaysia. She's our ambassador for Confidence Culture, Miss Adeline Paul, and she's doing some amazing stuff, connecting us to some amazing people. We celebrate you, Miss Adeline. We celebrate you. I know you will watch this at some point, so we celebrate you.
Thank you, Adeline. Yeah.
Thank you for all you do. We might not always say it, but we love you. We appreciate you. So ladies, if you want to be part of what we are doing in Malaysia, please reach out to us. Reach out to us and we'll send you the details. And you know what? You just might see us in a city near you in Malaysia sometime this year. I'm not going to give it all away. Just sometime this year. That's it. Have a lovely day, a lovely evening, whatever it is, whatever time of day it is.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.